Hello, friends. This is Reverend Myra with your weekly pastor's update. I pray that you all had a great Memorials celebration with family and friends. I spent the weekend with my grandson celebrating his 14th birthday with 5 of his friends who have been friends with him since kindergarten. These 5 young men were modeling the importance of lasting connections as they shared their future hopes and dreams with me to become professional athletes and lawyers and doctors and entrepreneurs and veterinarian. 4 out of the 5 boys were African American, and so I found myself quietly praying that they all live long enough to fulfill those beautiful dreams that they have, as gun and police and violence in our community could put their futures in jeopardy. As a grandparent, I'm doing all that I can do to provide social outlets to keep my grandson away from the threat of community violence. I teach him things like restorative practices and anger management and forgiveness and self-control, and how to make good choices about who he takes into his inner circle. Now, I found myself less able to keep him safe from policing violence until this week, when I joined my signature with other faith leaders in our community in signing a letter of support for Senate Bill S. 5253. And it was introduced by Senator Jeremy Cooney. This legislation will allow 5 upstate cities, including Rochester, to enact local police residency requirements for new recruits, as a crucial step in ensuring stronger relationships and connections between police and its citizens. Now, the Irondequoit Police Department kind of figured the value out of community policing a long time ago. On the website, they wrote, "Community policing helps the public understand that police are not mere automations, writing tickets, enforcing the law, and preserving order. Police officers are human beings who go home at the end of the shift and function within the community just like the public they serve." Isn't that beautiful? The goal of this new piece of legislation, if it passes, is to impact 50% of the police force in 5 years. This is very exciting. Living in the community that one polices will only make our neighborhoods safer and better connected places for all. So I'll blog a little more about this next week, so I hope you stop by my blog and then engage with me about this idea. But speaking of connections, Sunday, June 13th, at our 7:30 and 9:30 Masses, we will be celebrating our connection with our friends in Chiapas. You'll be invited online to purchase cosas típicas to support our work there with our annual Corazón de Chiapas pilgrimage, our scholarship program, and CIRSA. So be sure to purchase raffle tickets. They'll be available for the beautiful quilt that we saw on this past Sunday. We'll be selling those raffle tickets leading up to our celebration. We'll also be hosting a virtual coffee hour after our Chiapas Mass. As we begin to open up our noon Masses, here is an opportunity to gather with Reverend Celie during the month of June on Wednesdays. From 11 a.m. to noon on June 9th, June 16th, and June 23rd, all Wednesdays, all are invited to picnic table faith sharing in the front garden of the church by the little free food pantry that was just built. Isn't that exciting? So you're invited to bring your lunch and a folding chair and to join fellow Spiritist folks for a fellowship and conversation with Reverend Celie. So keeping the picnic theme, each week we will read a gospel passage about Jesus and food. Jesus is always eating in the Gospels. And then you'll be invited to share together about anything that comes up for you. And so everyone is invited also to bring an item as you come for the pantry. If you have any questions, you can email Reverend Celie, and her email is listed in the bulletin this week. Also, it was so great to see so many of you attend Mass sitting in our new vaccinated section. Just a reminder that while we have this section as an alternative for fully vaccinated folks, please know that if you are vaccinated, you can sit anywhere that you want when you come to Mass. If you sit in the vaccinated section, then you wouldn't have to socially distance, but if you sit in the unvaccinated section, you will have to do that. And we'll be doing our best to hold two things in tension as we begin to open up more spaces in the parish. And one is to provide the freedoms that vaccinated people are entitled to according to the CDC guidelines. And the other is to provide safety and protection for those who are unvaccinated so that you don't, that your health isn't put in jeopardy. So we're doing our best to do those two things. So just want to thank you so much for your ongoing cooperation and helping us to move through this pandemic. We're getting there. We still have a little ways to go. But here's some good news this week is starting next week, we have removed pre-registration. So no more pre-registration for our 9:30 Mass. You can just come to Mass at 9:30 and they will screen you with questions when you get there and then usher you to your seat. So yay, just no pre-registration. Our Father's Day liturgy is Sunday, June 20th. And Juan Andino, our parishioner, who's a wonderful father, will be our guest speaker. So I'm looking forward to hearing his message. I was thinking about Father's Day and I thought, I wonder if you know what you're supposed to get your pops for Father's Day. A pop's sickle. So come ready on Sunday, on Father's Day, to receive a popsicle. All fathers and dads. So hopefully it'll be a hot day and you'll get a chance to cool off and get a great popsicle on your way out. SPARC will be commemorating Juneteenth again with their 5th annual Rock Juneteenth 5K run walk on Saturday, June 19th at 1 o'clock to benefit the Outdoor Civil Rights Heritage Site. So we can take about 200 people right now until the guidelines change in person. And so, and that will be at Genesee Valley Park. The race will start at 1 o'clock. But you can also sign up to do the virtual run walk. And you can go to, for either of those, for the registration, go to itsyourrace.com and then just do a search for the Rock Juneteenth 5K run walk. And it should take you right there and you'll be able to register. You can join an existing team or you can form a team or you can walk as an individual. I think my team is called SPARC's Sprinters, so you're more than welcome to join our team. All right, friends, please be sure to get out and enjoy nature and enjoy connecting with your family during these beautiful days that we're having. And until next week, I will see you again for our weekly Pastor's Update. Take care.